And there we go, that microphone is finally on. Welcome everyone. Wow, what a day. It's like having a Monday on a Tuesday. It's just fun. You know, I had 12 blocks to go, and 12 blocks took me 32 minutes to drive. That is incredible. Anyway, big thank you to Irish Monk for gifting a 5-pack, and to Grandma B for gifting a single pack there of gift memberships. We have 6 new members back in there again. Wonderful to see that, and thank you, Irish Monk and Grandma B, and congratulations to some of those wonderful people that got it. I see Gaines was one of them, and Mummy Mus got one, and let's see who else ended up getting nailed there. Rayola Reisner got one. Gaines got one. Storm Chaser 1211, Andy Morganti got one. Curse Chaplain also got one, and those are awesome people. And thank you very kindly, Irish Monk. And great stuff, and Grandma B there as well, and awesome. Appreciate that, you guys. Okay, so let's get at what we got going for today. And of course, we're looking at the canned lava from our wonderful Kilauea eruption, and we'll get rid of the big banner here. And we'll leave the little thing on the bottom that says Kilauea, Hawaii archived footage on the bottom, so everybody knows. Anyway, let's get at things. Thor is on board. Welcome, Thor. We'll say hello to our wonderful moderators first, and we'll get through that list. Arizona Snowman, and Piggy, and Sue, and a CND Boy, and Yvonne Kunkel, and Siggy, and Gary 24/7 Live, AZ Skies, Lucas Snow, Joseph Fields, Texas, and Mona Lisa Smiles. Those are our wonderful moderators. Awesome to have you all on board. If you are here, great. If you're in the background, that's great too. And if you're not here, that's okay too. We got fair coverage, so we're all right. Anyway, welcome everyone, and we'll run through the list real quick. I was going to say hi to Gaines, and Diane, and Sasha, and Irish Monk, and Grandma B, and Lane Lair, and did we say Sasha? J-Sal also here, and Grandma B, we got you. Linda Schoof, Henry Nelson, King Colin Deadman, and Thor is here. Welcome, Thor. And going up the list a little bit more, we got Diane, we got Lane, we got Linda, we got, okay. Going South is here as well. Welcome, Going South. Grandma B, we got twice, 3 times, 4 times. All right, we're good. Linda Schoof is on board. Welcome, Linda. And Hank is in here going clap, clap. I don't know if that'll help. And CVET69 also on board. And let's see, still scrolling up, I see Irish Monk just gifted another 5-pack. We'll take a look at those in a minute. I'm down on the going up the list here, saying hi to everybody, so I'm going to continue with that, otherwise I will get lost. Welcome to Lizoid. He was first, got the cookies today. Way to go, Lizoid. Henry is saying, what? Hasta la vista mosquitoes. Oh, hasta la vista mosquitoes. Okay, what happened to the mosquitoes? They leave? I hope so. Dan is also on board. Let's see, who else we got? Still scrolling upward. Yeah, we got Brian, Perfectability 999. And who else we got? Gaines, we got. Going South, we got. Okay. Looking, searching, seeing all the way to the top. Don't see any more up there. Let's go back down to the bottom and see who else got. Irish Monk gifted the 5-pack there. Irish Monk gifted a 5-pack, and congratulations to Julianne and Super Day 44 and Robert and Chandel and Sharon P and D. Anderson. Congratulations to those good people. I also see the Reborn is back on board. Welcome. And I think I got everyone for now. If I didn't say your name, I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. Like someone like Charlotte who just snuck in the door, grabbed the cookie and hid behind everyone else. It's hard for me to see everyone sometimes. So if I didn't say your name, by all means, you can speak up and say, hey, you missed me. And I'll be happy to shout you out. So, all cool, and glad to have you all on board. It is September 19th of 2023, and of course we've got, well, what do we got going on? We got all kinds of things going on. It's just too much going on right now for me. I'm trying to get my brains working here, and you know how it goes. You're busy. And for some reason, I don't know why I am so darn busy. Anyway, let's see if we can fix things up here. I'm just gonna fix up another screen, and then I can close that one and get back to the volcanic adventures here. And there we go. And that's gonna work. Okay, we'll get rid of that one. All right, so nice lava. Yeah, thank you. I made it myself. I gotta love that lava though, and that is interesting to see. Awesome stuff. So thank you, Irish Monk, for throwing in a whopping 10 memberships already today. That is really cool. And we do appreciate that. Anyway, for those good people who did pop in, if you haven't hit that like button, that is something that can help the stream out. Also, if you haven't shared it out, maybe try doing that. Throw it in your community page if you like. That would really be good as well. And on those notes, let's get around and take a look at it and see what's going on. Now, we'll stop our canned lava right now. Phenomenal Irish Monk, a big lava love. Aha. USGS, they killed their live stream again. I just want to double check and see. And yeah, they have no live stream going. Last was streamed about 12 hours ago. They shut it back down. So obviously not working. We'll leave that be. Let's go to the other ones here. I'm going to take a look at the still shots. This one from 1316, and over there you can see that's kind of the business area over there. We do see that one steamer, and that's what it's doing, continuing to steam over in the eastern side of Helima-Umu, or well, that's actually still in Kilauea. Helima-Umu cuts off, and just before that central area here, we are still seeing quite a bit of smoke. Very interesting. And the old west lava vent, we are still seeing some smoke there. The old west lava pond in here, and smoking as well. So interesting to see that. Let's go to the next shot. This one, of course, is from our wonderful B1 camera, and that was yesterday's. Let's see what today's shot looks like. Not that much different. That same steamer still going. No fumarolic activity from these vents at all. I'm surprised at that. I thought we'd see them smoking for a few more days. And then back over here in Helima-Umu, we are definitely seeing the continued stuff just kind of smoking and steaming over there as we look at the western side here. And this is the south side, this is the east, and that's the north along that wall, so north end. Anyway, that gives you a little bit of a bearing as to where you are. Let's put this one back up. This was from the 17th. Let's see if we can do that. This is from the 19th at 13:23 Hawaii time. Let's get rid of the little archive thing. Oop, not that one. We want this one. There we go. All right. Looking at the top end here, that's where the lava was flowing out. We do see one light stream here, maybe something let go and pushed forward. Looking at the other areas, though, we do see quite a bit of heat. So I think gravity is still working and pushing the lava forward. And that is kind of neat to see that happening. The lava pond, as you can see it here, the outline, still empty, but it does look like it's got a hot spot in it, and that is an interesting concept as well. So that's kind of what we got, but that's not anywhere near full temperature as far as these areas down here. If you're looking at the color chart, you know, you're about 120 Celsius or so. Really not that great as far as fresh lava. Anyway, that gives you a little bit of an idea of what it's doing there, unfortunately, and I'm going to put it back on that one, leave it there and freeze it. Let's go to our next location, and we'll pop over to Iceland and see what's happening there. Gotta find the right screen, guys, and bear with me. And there we go. And that is a beautiful shot of our wonderful Lear and the city of Grindavik in the background. If we back that up about 6 hours, we get a better idea of what the day looked like. There is our wonderful Rebbe, the Rebbe vent, Lear in the background, some water drops on the camera lens, indicating that they may have had some rain. So she blinded me with science. Oh my God, who blinded who? I hope you're okay there. That science can be dangerous there, David. Anyway, not a bad looking shot. Let's back that up to about 10 hours, see if it was any better. And 10 hours ago, 13:36 or 1:36 p.m. There. And we do see some smoke coming off of there at that point. Just a little bit. I'm surprised that we are still seeing some fumarolic activity, but hey, it is okay. I don't mind. Let's have some smoke, and where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Let's hope. Anyway, let's put this one back on live. We don't see any other glowing though, so that's kind of it. The next one is kind of the same shot almost, and that's the other camera up on Liti Hutter, and there you go. So pretty much the same view that we had from the other one. We'll leave that one be, put that back on live as well, make it smaller, and get over to our next shot. And isn't that a lovely shot? I can't see a darn thing. Going back 6 hours, somewhere 5 hours and 55 minutes. We are up on Thorbjorn, and that is just to the south of the Blue Lagoon and the power plant. That thing over there with the flat top, that's Ragnar right over there. That's Story Hutter, and yep, the ocean out here. And that's kind of what we got going on there. If we go back a little bit more, well, we can see it was raining about 10 hours ago. Well, they did have some rain. Doesn't look too bad, but light rain in their forecast, I'm assuming. Putting it back on live, let's get to the next one. This is the view from the Perlin Center, and that is looking at downtown Reykjavik. Let's back that up about 6 hours as well. Let's take a quick peek. And there we go. That's the daytime stuff. Yep, definitely some rain coming down. And this is from the Perlin Center, looking at the city center, or town, city, downtown city center. That's what we got. All right, I'm going to leave that one there, put it back on live, make that smaller. We'll go to the next one, and that, of course, is our wonderful Katla. We couldn't see it there. Let's see if we get into the light. Do we see it at all? A little bit, and there it is. And that is about 3.5 hours ago. We do see some of that ice, the ice sheets. Of course, Katla is buried underneath that, interesting cloud formation over there. That's kind of weird. But we'll go back to that 6-hour mark, see what it looked like there. Yep, we can see the top of the ice mounds, and Katla is hiding under the ice, of course. And the rain clouds are moving through, so pretty cool, pretty awesome. Going back to about 11 hours and 40 minutes ago, there you can see Katla a little bit better, or at least the ice a little bit better. And kind of a gloomy, cloudy day there for them in Iceland. Let's put that one back on live, and we'll make that one smaller as well. The other one is here. This one is Katla from the other side. I don't know how well that's going to turn out. Let's take a quick peek. And, well, you can see it for a little bit. And if we go back to earlier, we also see it was much cloudier and rainier. So that's kind of what we got going on there. There you can see it a little bit better. And that is about 11 and a half hours ago. Let's put that one back on live. Let's go take a look at our last one here. And that, of course, is our wonderful shot of Askja. Have you got your snow boots on? You might need them. Looks like they're getting a little bit of snow there. Or they did. That is about 6 hours ago. Let's go back and see what the rest of the day was like. Well, it wasn't snowing at 11 hours and 39 minutes ago. No snow on the ground, but somewhere along the way we started getting an accumulation, and there it is, right there. That is about 9 hours and 30 minutes ago, and that's when it started to do that dreaded four-letter word. And yeah, it's flaking out there. You can see those flakes. Anyway, yeah, there is snow. What snow? There is snow. Heading to the lurkers. Chores. Oh boy, people have chores. I got chores too. All right, let's leave that be. I'm going to put it back on this one so I know where it is. I'll make that one smaller as well. And we will head over to our next location. And that, of course, is our harmonic tremor charts. Since we're on Grindavik, well, actually, I like to start with our Fraggerafjall area, so we'll go down to the other one. ODF, where are you? ODF, oop, I passed you already. There is our ODF chart. So, positive, upward, a climb on our magmatic. Our seismicity traveled upwards quite a bit till about noon and then slowed down, but kept on going up a little bit. So, looking pretty awesome. And as far as our tectonic movement, it looks like we've had a bunch of little quakes in there, and basically an upward trend until late this afternoon or late this evening when they headed back down. I don't know if that's going to encourage us to think there might be an eruption or something happening, but who knows? Still seem to be getting 2 waves a day. That's interesting. Hopefully that'll continue. Anyway, let's leave that one there. We're going to go up to the next one will be Kristevik, which is to the northeast of Fraggerafjall. And there it is. Kind of went up basically the same amount, as well as seeing our seismicity up with a little dip and continued onward on the upward slope, and not anywhere near as much of an increase in the tectonic movement. So I'm wondering what the heck is going on. Are we seeing some magma intrusion maybe? We'll see. Anyway, that's what we got going on there. Let's take a look at the next one, which would be Grindavik, and that should be in here real quick. Scrolling to it, we'll find it. Grindavik, and there we go. Not quite as smooth of an uptake in our magmatic line. but up nonetheless. Same thing goes with our seismicity, and you can see it kind of stalled out there at probably early afternoon or mid-afternoon, and then dropped a bit and then regained a little bit, but nothing too crazy, and very similar to what we've seen as far as our Frankfurt or ODF chart, where it did increase and drop back down near the end of the day. Again, they've got a bunch of little spikes in here, so likely see some quakes. Quick peek at the Grimsey chart, and Grimsey, of course, the northernmost point there that is inhabited in Iceland, and we see the magmatic all the way across, pretty much level and steady. A slight increase in our seismicity, and definitely a larger increase in what we see there as far as our tectonic movement. Sorry, I got it. Tectonic. Boy, some of those terms, sometimes I have to figure out where I put them in my head. Going up, we're going to take a look at the next one that we like, and that's the last one we'll peek at, is Askja. And there you can see Askja almost the same as what we've seen at ODF and our Frankfurt area. Pretty much an increase up to that late afternoon, early evening time, then a slight drop off. The seismicity here, though, a lot funkier, a little bit more movement in it. And as far as our tectonic, blue, the tectonic, it looks rather thin, so I'm not sure are we going to get anything there. And we do see some spikes in there. We're going to have a look at those after the break. So interesting. What happened? Private Sasha looking over there. What are you looking at, Sasha? But I've got my eyes on y'all. Are you peeking? Are you peeking, Linda? You've got that big screen going. That's what it is. Anyway, all good. Drink a cup of coffee and nice and hot. Uh-oh. I need more Pepsi. I haven't had much time to sit down today, so I'm glad I'm sitting down now. And that is pretty much it for our wonderful charts there. Really nothing too major. I'm going to go put that back on the ODF chart, though, so I can find that later. Where is it? Right there. And that's pretty good, I think. Little tick. There we go. Perfect. All right. Rockford files are private. Rockford files are private. Okay. That sounds like a private conversation. Next one on the go is not that. Let's see what our next one is. And how about we go there? And there is, that is our quakes in Iceland. 94 quakes in the last 24 hours. And the biggest one up here is in the north. And it's a 3.09, 10 kilometers down from 1322. The buddy right next to him there from 1346, 2.3, 5.7 kilometers down. The one right close to Grimsey, 1.5, 5 kilometers down, 1225. And from 1121, we've got a 1.47, 11.6 kilometers down. Welcome, a wonky donkey. Then we got a 4, or 0.4, I should say. 4.9 clicks down, 1226. And over there is a 1 in magnitude, 100 meters down. And that is 1212, the time on that one. That could be a landslide or something. And usually you don't see just 100 meters down. Nothing right at Askja. We do have this one closer to Herdebreit, 1.4, 5.8 kilometers down, 2206 for him. Sliding down a little bit more, we've got this one, and Kvirkfjall, if I said that right, 20, what is it? 2 minutes after midnight, and 1.27, 12.6 kilometers down. Nothing at Bardabunga. I do have this 0.9 over here, 2.6 kilometers down from 2137. Next one is from Grimsvatn, 1.59, 1 kilometer down from 29 minutes after midnight. Next one is this 0.6, 5.9 clicks down, 2033. And let's see, well, we got a couple here at Katla. We'll have the look at those. 1.1 from 10.4 kilometers down, 1804. The other one is from 1808, 0.7, 1.1 kilometers down. Zooming in this area, no man's land, just deciding to do whatever it wants. 2.06, 1 kilometer down, 6:54 this morning. From 7:12 a.m., 0.7, 1.1 clicks down, 1.95, 1.2 kilometers down, 6:51, and 1.56, 2.9 clicks down from 12:50. Next one from 8:10, 1.64, and that is 3.1 clicks down, 1.1, 2.9 clicks down from 6:54, and then we've got a 10 at 10:10, 1.1, 4.3 kilometers down, and 4:58 a.m. 0.9, 5.3 clicks down. Moving over a little bit, and that's Hekla over here, and we've got this guy in the middle of nowhere. 4:33 this morning, a 1.65. 7.4 kilometers down for him, and nothing in between till we get up into the mess up here, and that is still swarming. There's a whole bunch of quakes. We'll see 202 came in at 209 this morning, 3.86 kilometers down. The latest one is a 1.46 kilometers down, 2339. We got a 1.54, 5 kilometers down, 59 minutes after midnight. 0.96, 4.2 kilometers down, 53 minutes after midnight. This one is 0.69, 6.1 clicks down, 3:26 was the time on it. Grab this one over here, 0.54, 13.6 kilometers down from 57 minutes after midnight. 0.8 from 15.9 clicks down, 1846. Let's zoom in here a little bit more, spread them out. 1.3, 7 clicks down, 2101. 1.1 from 1822, 9.6 clicks down. 1.7, 5.2 clicks down, 813. Another 1.1, 5.7 clicks down, 1236. 1.4, 6.1 kilometers down from 935. 1407 we had a 1.2, 8.8 kilometers down. We got that 2.02 already. We got that guy as well. 1.98, 4.5 kilometers down, 703 this morning. 5.7 kilometers down from 609. And zooming out a little bit more, grabbing some of these further down here, 1.2, 4.4 kilometers down from 933, 0.2, 5.2 kilometers down from 21 minutes after 5 a.m. Thank you, Tom, for the 5-minute warning. 0.4, 5.2 kilometers down, 16:59, and 1.4, 10.3 kilometers down from 15:01. One more down here, a real small one, 0.2, 5.2 clicks down, and that is from 2:13 this morning. We don't see anything else till we get to the Reykjanes Peninsula. 0.1, 7.9 clicks down, 9:01 this morning. 0.9 surface quake, and that's from 1805, and that's interesting that that's a surface quake. 1805, huh? Okay, we got this one. 0.7, 6.9 kilometers down, 2217. 0.1, 7 kilometers down, 2246. a 0.2, 5.2 kilometers down, 2019, a 0.6 from 3.1 kilometers down, 2030. Moving over, a 0.08, 2.3 kilometers down, 57 minutes after midnight. There's a 2 right on top of each other here. A 1.18, 4.9 kilometers down, and that is from 431. Next one is from 436, a 0.86, 5.4 kilometers down. Moving over, we see a 0.5, 4.6 clicks down, 1549. And getting over near the lake, and we do see a 0, a 1.1 clicks down, 1232, a 0.38, 3.8 kilometers down, and 21 after 2 a.m. 0.63, 4.5 clicks down, 1048, and from 841, a 0.92 in magnitude, 6 kilometers down for that guy, 0.88, 5.2 clicks down, 233, and from 322, a 0.45, 403 meters down. Interesting. That's our wonderful Fragile Felt area right there. Zooming in a little bit, there you can see that's a Ragnar. This is a Siggy Fisher, and that is our wonderful Rebbe. Up here near K-Lear, we have got a 0.27, 4.3 clicks down, and a 103 this morning. And down here in the bottom, we got a 0.74, 643 meters down, and that's at 1500. The other one, a 0.27, 1 kilometer down from 354. Moving over a little bit further, we had that massive swarming happening, and there's the Blue Lagoon for those who aren't aware of it, and there's the power plant and the hotel Yvonne is staying at. Anyway, we've got a few quakes there. We'll run through some of them. A 1.35, 5.3 clicks down from a 529, a 1.175 kilometers down from a 239 this morning, a 0.4, 4.8 clicks down, 1946. This one right on the highway from a 1:15 a.m. a 1.36, 4.2 clicks down. Up on Thorbjorn, we got a 0.82, 3.8 clicks underneath it, and a 356, and a 1.64, 4.7 kilometers down from a 7:12 a.m. and a 0.06, very small. 1.2 kilometers down from a 249. And moving on, we got a 0.6, 4.4 kilometers down, 1730, a 0.79, 17.4 clicks down from a 412. And then we've got a little bit of a swarm out there and a couple of big ones out in the back. We'll grab these further on, the ones that are further on the Rakens Ridge. And that one is a 2.09, 7.7 clicks down, 633. The other one is a 1.73, 4.8 clicks down from 1335. And we'll just highlight a couple of these, the ones on land. 1.43, 3.9 clicks down, 850. A 0.1, 5.2 clicks down, 851. 1.01, 4.6 clicks down, and 40 minutes after midnight, a 0.5 or 1 from a 5.8 kilometers down, 39 minutes after midnight. And we'll grab this guy out here. 1.11, 6.6 clicks down, 14 minutes after midnight. And this one from 1855, a 1.5, 6.9 clicks down. And we'll grab that 0.66 kilometers down, 1323. And a 0.56, 135 meters down, not very deep, at 2:29 a.m. All right, that's it for the earthquakes there. So gives you a pretty good idea of what we got going on, and really not that much though. And we do see some swarming there, some swarming up there, and no swarming where we want it to be. So if there is a magma intrusion, boy, it's not being very, very happy to us. Anyway, it is a time to take that break. And since I've sped up and got most things done, we will go have bacon seeds after I come back from the break. This break will be just a slightly longer than usual, but I will be back with bacon seeds. So keep smiling, be good. And for the good people that haven't yet hit that like button, please help us out, give it a quick bop. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, sitting on the outsides peeking in, you are more than welcome to hit that subscribe button and hopefully stick around and hit that bell notification as well. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000 here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Here's some music. I'll be back. Don't go away. I'll be back. we go. The microphone is back on, even though we did have a mechanical breakdown or something, a software breakdown. I don't know why it does that. And it's every time I touch the bottom of that box with the mouse. And I think what I need to do is I need to try to make that full screen because I have it only a floating screen here. Yep, gremlins, something happening with those darn gremlins. I gotta go put this on a full screen. I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna devise that. I do have enough screens, so should be all right. Anyway, thank you for the welcome backs from, let's see, who said welcome back? Sue did, as well as Sasha and Mars 2028. Sasha saying a malfunction. Yep, it is a malfunction. Stop feeding the gremlins. I don't feed them, but I water them every night at 1 a.m. Isn't that when you're supposed to do it? Somewhere after midnight, and you're not supposed to give it to them before midnight? Thank you for the welcome back going south. Appreciate that. Anyway, let's park our can lava, get over to our bacon seeds, and get going. This one, of course, is the last one from yesterday. That we like that. LOL, gremlin watering 1 a.m. Well, isn't that when we're supposed to do it, Sharon? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, let's see what we got for today. And some of these are from Piggy, some are for me. So this one might be from me. That is all right. If you want a snout bopper, and there's one there for you. A nice, good, clean snout. And he'll get you snout up. Yep. Get those snouts up. Big snout. Yep. We gotta love it. Next bacon seed is this guy. He's a cutie. He's posing for the camera, and he too has a nice snout. Anyway, looking pretty awesome. That's some snout. Yep, this is some snout too. And we got more snouts. Snout kisses. Yeah, maybe. And look at this guy. He is... he's bringing everyone a blade of grass or a twig or something. That is awesome. Wait a sec. All the time before midnight. Now you... it's how you look at it. All the time before midnight. Okay. I'm confused. I thought I'm supposed to be watering those prized weed. Ah, yes, Sharon. That could be what it is. And it was a good looking one. So next bacon seed is this little fella out and about. He's in his dandelion field, and he's enjoying it. He's got wonderful ears too. I like those. And a very nice looking little piggy. Ready to eat dandelions? I hope so. The lawnmower needs to go and work him. Anyway, that was the last straw. Ah, come on, Sue. Really? The last straw? Well, take that. Yep, a little hogwash required there. He's got some dirties on him, and that is okay. So, yep, oink oink hogwash. And there we go. Awesome. Let's see our next bacon seed. And, just a little wee guy. He looks like he's a little bit sad. He's still young. He doesn't know how to smile yet. We got to give him a day or two. Anyway, pretty awesome. And let's see what our next one is. Is this guy. Oh, he's... whoop, I got that turned on. Let's get that off. There we go. He's got a cell phone in his ear. Although, looking at him, I think he may need a little bit of a hogwash too. He's kind of got dirties on his face there. A little bit. But you never know. Anyway, let's go for the 1 a.m. is before midnight. It's how you look at it. Well, it depends on where you are, David. And here's one that's zipping through the grasses, and he's having a little run. I wonder if he's going to run faster. Let's see. Oh, there he goes. Now he's flying. He's flying through the field, doing a nice trot. Let's see if we get a little bit more air here or something. Muddy snout. Yep. Enjoying his day out there, so pretty awesome. Last bacon seed coming up, running to the hogwash. And here's our last bacon seed picture. I don't know, are these bacon seeds? They certainly look like they might be bacon seeds. I don't know what might give us the hint that these are bacon seeds, but they are. And there we go. What? Okay, that's what the label says. What label? Oh, the bacon seeds up top. Yeah, it is. Three amigos. Awesome. All right, those are our wonderful bacon seeds for today. I hope you guys enjoyed those. I thought they were kind of neat, and we'll continue on with our next volcanic adventures, and we'll see what we can find. And don't be surprised if you see a volcano gray. Something is not right, and that is not on the right screen. Let's see. We got to fix things. Yep, and that's what happens when you get breakdowns. You got to fix them for some reason. I have no idea why. But yep, everything got messed up here when the computer kicked out and didn't love us anymore. Let's see if we can get one of the correct volcanoes on there. And did I see some lightning there? Wow. I hope that wasn't. This one, of course, is a Fuego, but that's not where we want to go first. We want to go to Popocatépetl first. And let's see, we don't see much of it until we go back about 2 hours and 20 minutes ago. From 1605, there you can see some off-gassing happening and blowing off to whatever the right-hand side there, direction-wise. We did have more cloud in there, and that was a kind of a miserable thing. I don't know how much cloud we had today. If we go back a little bit more, we do see it pop back out. This is at 9:50 a.m. Definitely throwing out some gaseous material there behind that cloud. Let's see what else we got. There we go. A little bit of snow on there still on the right side here. So at 9:34 a.m. definitely continuing to steam and smoke and little. That's fairly dark though. I don't know if it's just a shadowing on the back side that makes it look a little darker, but let's go back another little bit. There we go, nice and clear shot. 8:05 a.m. You can see the little bit of snow up top, and definitely just gases coming out of there. Nothing really on the grayish scale, so no real fancy tephra or lava chunks. 3-minute warning. Thank you, Piggy. Anyway, that is what we've got going on there. And of course, when we go back a little bit more, another beautiful lenticular cloud trying to form around the thing, and that was at 6:39 this morning. And we get into the golden times here. Let's see if we can get the start of that lenticular cloud. That was just wrapping itself around. So golden times, pretty awesome. And there we go, full bore golden times, 6:23 a.m. And if we go back a little bit further, that is what it was looking like at 6:01, and that is back as far as we can go. So looking pretty awesome. Let's put that one back on live. Next one we're going to have a peek at is, of course, Fuego. That one was Popocatépetl, 70 kilometers south of Mexico City. This is Fuego in Guatemala, and you can see it. It's doing its thing. I don't know how long it was out of the clouds. I did check earlier at lunch, couldn't see a darn thing. And yeah, I recall seeing that. I think it was somewhere around here that I seen it. And it wasn't very good. Going back, hit and miss, 12:20. We had it peeking out. And hard to tell what's coming out of the volcano when those clouds are in the way, though. And looking back earlier in the morning here, didn't see too much activity. This is 9:42 a.m. and we didn't see it doing any popping or puffing this morning. We can see a little bit coming off of the caldera up top here, but not a heck of a lot. So that's kind of what we got there. Let's see what's on this picture. This is Messiah volcano. And yep, we can see some glow in the Messiah volcano. And this is not the Messiah crater cam shot, but it is the long distance shot. Looks not bad. Let's see the crater cam no longer there. Putting it back on this one. We'll leave that. And that's pretty cool though. Next one, Rincon de la Vieja. And no go as far as we can see. And next ones will be further south. Rincon de la Vieja was down there in Costa Rica. This is in Chile, and I do need to refresh these because they are old shots. There we go. These are current shots. This is down in Chile, Lascar. And Lascar is not doing too much. We can't see anything being outputted here. And no real smoke or steam or anything. Let's leave that one be. We'll go to our next one, Laguna del Mole. We don't see a darn thing. It's very, very bad, unfortunately, so we'll leave that one be. And the last one is Villarrica. Villarrica doing a wonderful job as it continues. And I'm hoping, I never did see any Strombolian activity. I was hoping for some that would be captured here, but it didn't happen. So neat to see that, but let's leave that be. We're going to put it back over here. I got to make sure I make this one smaller too. And then we'll get it back over to our canned lava, since that still works. And I am going to go take a break, so don't go away, guys. I keep smiling, and of course we will be back in about 5, 6, or 7 minutes. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. If you have not yet hit the like button, give it a quick bop. Also, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. That'd be really awesome. On that friendly note, I'm your host, and I will be back. Maybe, if I don't win the lottery. No, I'll be back. I'll be back. Here's some music. And there we go, the microphone is back on. And, so, Sue, sorry for calling you Piggy. I don't even realize I did that. And, of course, when I get my mods all muddled up and my merge wixed, these things happen sometimes. I gotta slow down. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, who's all muddled up and feels embarrassed now. And thank you for the welcome backs from Cananaska's country and Mars 2028 and Sue. And that's it. Okay. Buck season, yeah, $2, 6 points. That makes 12 points. Rack up the names and / identities, Sue. Yeah. Yep, Sue is going to have all kinds of different names soon. Yeah. Oh, jeez. It happens. All sorts of things, and Piggy is so sweet. Yeah, well, Piggy isn't a bad person. Sharon Stewart saying, I hear you confused Dr. Fox 2000. Magmas is back. Welcome. This isn't exactly being your day, Dr. Fox. No. It actually it hasn't been a good day. Just gotta laugh at it and keep going, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way it works. Anyway, we did have a look at what we got happening there in Mexico. And South America. Let's park the canned lava. We're off over to the other side of the world. What happened? Don't know what happened. That's the whole thing. If we knew what happened, we'd have an explanation for it. Let's see. Where is? There it is. I do see Merapi. And let's see if Merapi will make us happy. That, of course, 7:43 right now. They're in central Java, Indonesia. Let's see if we can go back a little bit in time. This is 5:03 a.m. We did see a little bit of a activity here on the seismic graph. And we can see a phoenix cloud down here, where some of that material had rolled down the side of the mountain. So pretty awesome. We can even see those little arms stretching up on this shot side angle here. Pretty cool. So let's go back a little bit more and see if we can spot some of that wonderful lava during the night, and see if Merapi will make us happy. Here's some flow down the hill, 4:02 a.m. Definitely noticeable, and the IR cams on the left-hand side here, as well as in the color shot. Bacon coming down of the hill. Yep, land of confusion. You bet. It happens. It happens. We get 12 mubbles, and we'll get my merge wixed, and I'll start balking backwards. It's okay, and we'll be all right in the morning, though. Anyway, yeah, bacon coming down the hill. Gotta love it. And let's see what else we got. More bacon. Doc, going south. Doc, not a professional. He Canadian. Oh, yeah, eh? I'm Canadian, eh? No, actually, I'm German, eh? But I live in Canada, eh? I'm a German Canadian. How about that? That's the way we're going to leave it. Since I was born in Germany, I will maintain that. Anyway, looks pretty awesome. A little bit more bacon there. And that is all. Always nice to see the bacon flowing down the hill. Let's see, what else we got here. Here's another spot where it started, a little bit of a dribble. And again, it's unique to see where it's coming from. Looks like we've got like 3 little vent holes up there in the size of that block lava dome. that has built up there. And of course you can see that material spreading out way up top already, so it's got to be a pretty level surface here now, no longer that deep canyon that it used to be way back when. And let's see if we can spot a little bit more. I've seen a spot here where I want to go. Yep, right about there. Let's go back a couple of seconds before that. That is kind of neat to see, and that's one of those little spots that I was just pointing at, and we'll let that one run through. So that's where it came from, and it did spread out fairly nicely, so pretty awesome to see that, and we like that. Bacon, yep, and nice flows. And did that stop now? No, it's going. And that was at 1:28 this morning there for those guys in central Java at Merapi. And there you can see some of that lava hitting some rough spots and getting spread out a whole bunch. And that really does look kind of nice. Nice bacon view. And there you go. A little bit of something to look at. I like it. Kind of neat going down the hill. And let's search for a few more of those. And let's see what else we might have. There was more, but they weren't that spectacular. So let's take a look at this one though. Let's see if I can get there. Right around here. This one was not bad. This was kind of a double whammy. We had this flow first, and then we had another flow on this side. 23:27 was the time on this one. I'm going to just kind of expedite that, and you see how much further it flew real quick. And let's keep going, and then I want to see the other path that comes on this side. There it is. And that, or is that another one going down the same direction? That might be this one here that I'm waiting for. And that dumped out a whole bunch of extra material as well. So, yep, Merapi is making us happy with lots of bacon today. And that is very, very nice to see. And hopefully they'll continue to get that lovely bacon like that, and that will keep everybody happy. Lou thinks his channel got lots of views from the Mauna Loa eruption. Wait till he's live streaming the ship entry or starship entry. Oh, he's if he can live stream that, that'd be awesome. He'd be getting a few. That would be really, really cool. Anyway, I would even be happy to watch that. So, no worries. Anyway, looking at the IR cam down on the bottom left screen, amazing how bright that whole area looks. And we can see how much that lava has spread out and is now going down the more right-hand side there that we hadn't seen so much. So definitely heavy on the bacon today from our wonderful Merapi, and that is pretty awesome. And here's another double flow, and two events. We have some stuff there and here, so they did pop down. You can see some more still sitting there from a previous eruption. Let's see if we go back and just spot that up a little bit as well. I want to see where it came from. Let's see if we can go back 10 seconds at a time. It's a little bit faster. And let's see if we can spot that. Oh boy, and that's going to take a little bit. Let's see if I can expedite it. Yep, that was a busy flow no matter what we do. And you can see a lot of the smaller material here dropping down. There we go. That might be the one I was looking for. And love leap years. Hey, what's this leap year? Is this a leap year coming up? Next year, a leap year? Does that mean if we have something happening on the February 29th, we can't count it? Next year's a leap year. Wow. Okay. Anyway, there you can see on the seismicity down in the chart in the middle there, things are got big and excited already, and we are seeing some extra bacon come down the hill again. So this is pretty awesome. That's from 2252 their time, and that is of course on the 9th. They are on the 10th already, or sorry, the 19th. They're on the 20th already. Boy, I'm really messing it up. Like that lava going over on the right hand side. I haven't seen that before. It must have been riding pretty high up there on the hill to be able to escape in that direction. So pretty awesome to see the extra bacon for us, and definitely worthy of having a look at it. So darn good stuff. Anyway, let's leave Merapi be. I think we've had enough lava there. There's other spots. I mean, we still have some more. You can see a little bit more, 2142. So this guy has been busy. That's all I can say. A very, very busy lava producer. And we like that. That's what we want to see. Let's see. I go back a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going back to about 11 hours and what is it, 50 some minutes. Anyway, 1958. You can see it was doing its thing then already as well. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. All right, let's put that back on live, and we'll carry on with the rest of the stream. I'm going to make that smaller, and we'll go to our next shot. And here we go, and that is a very good close-up. That is Mount Ruapehu in New Zealand, and of course that is the ski area there. Wonky donkey, good night. You take care and get some good rest. Hopefully you'll have a wonderful day. All right, yep, they're zooming in. I don't know on what, but maybe the chairlift. Chairlifts are not moving. I don't know why, and nothing has been groomed up there. Anyway, that's okay. Not going to worry about that. That is our Mount Ruapehu. Let's go back and see what a sunrise looked like. I always like doing that, seeing if they had a nice sunrise, and that actually wasn't too bad at 6:28 a.m. And if we go back a little bit further, they add a few clouds there for a texture, and that wasn't so bad either. And that was, oh, the clock's not on there, darn it. Yeah. And when we start out in the wee hours, we see that, and it wasn't too bad. So not a bad shot from Mount Ruapehu. Let's make that one smaller, put it back on live, go to our next one, and that is over to Taupo, and we want to see what is happening at Taupo right now. There we go. Taupo volcano, of course, has a very large caldera, the entirety of the lake. There you can see some white sticking up over that mountain over here, and that is Mount Ruapehu, way over there. So you can see Mount Ruapehu from here, and you can see that it's hiding behind another volcano or mountain of some sort. Anyway, the entire lake there, that is the caldera, and no flea market today, artesian fleas or any of the other fleas. Anyway, that's what we got. The signs do say open, a little bit of a breeze there. Anyway, this shot is courtesy of Suncourt Hotel and Conference Center there in Taupo. Let's make that smaller and put it back on here so I know where it is. And we'll head to the next one. And let's see if this one will do anything for us. That is our wonderful, ooh, that's a nice close-up. That is our wonderful Semeru in East Java. And yeah, the camera looks like it's floating a little bit. They've got it really zoomed in far, and I'm sure it's a little bit windy there at the camera location. Just any movement will cause it to bob up and down and shake like that. So 3 minutes. Thank you, Sue. Okay, Sue. Sue Hayes, thank you. Thank you, Sue. I won't call you Piggy. I'll try not to. Oh boy. Bad day. Anyway, yep, looking at what we got though, that's kind of what's going on there right now. I don't know if there was, ooh, hang on, any eruptive activity? Maybe not. Maybe we should just look at this and see if we want to call this eruptive. Right about there, 6:34 a.m. That's about an hour and a half ago of their time, roughly. I don't know if there's anything eruptive there. Does that look like it's erupting? The camera's not shaking. Oh, hang on. What's this? What do we see? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Tephra. Hey, Mars 2028. There's your Tephra for today. And that is pretty awesome. Some explosive eruptive activity at our wonderful Semeru at 6:34 a.m. Wonky Donkey already left. Okay. Last break I posted a 3-minute warning, and Doc said thanks, thank you, Piggy. Oh boy, that's bad. That's really bad. You know that's really bad there, Sue. Yeah, smoking and tephra and all kinds of other things are coming out of their pyroclasts. Well, I don't know if you want to call them pyroclasts till they start flowing down the hill. But I don't know. It certainly looks like it's full of a lot of ash. You can start to see some of the stuff kind of dropping out of here. So the heavier particles will fall in the localized region, and because it just doesn't have the support of the gases pushing them up into the atmosphere. Looking down in the bottom shot here, you can see that little tiny cauliflower head on that plume. It's kind of neat to see that. Let's see what else we got. Going back into a time, this was earlier in the morning here as well. Nice little puff sitting up top, and I don't know if we can see when it happened. Somewhere around here. Yep, so that is 5:25 a.m. just as the mountain is starting to light up. Pretty cool. And prior to that, it was in the clouds, and we don't like that. So poor visibility for the rest of the entire night. Let's leave that be, and we will take a very quick peek and see if Mayon had anything going on. That's yesterday's live shot from today. Nope, streamed 1 day ago. He doesn't have anything new. All right, let's leave that there then. Go back to our can lava, and we'll fire that back up. And there we go. And yep, golden hour, puffing, yeah, all these good things. Anyway, speaking of puffing, time to have a break. Pepsi time, and that is the time. I have to go refill mine this time. And all good. Anyway, I will, what? I will teleport you a Pepsi. A Pepsi? Hey, where'd the Pepsi can go? Wasn't he supposed to have a Pepsi can when he's teleporting Pepsis? What happened? Oh boy. Maybe he doesn't get a Pepsi. I don't get a Pepsi either. All right, I'm gonna go take that break. Water, water, water. Okay, don't go away. More to come. I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'll be back. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you guys in about 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. Thanks. And there we go. Microphone is back on. Right, Sue? Thank you for the welcome back from Mars 2028, as well as Sasha and Sue and Kananaskis country. And thumbs up. Thanks, Magnus. Okay, and that's all awesome. And Sharon Stewart, I hear you, Sharon Stewart. Gotcha. Before you got me. That's awesome. Anyway, thanks. I'm going south. I appreciate that. Let's park our wonderful lava right there. And Mars is right there as well. Awesome. Okay, where we want to go next? Let's go somewhere and see what we got. How about over here? Oh, and that looks like an Old Faithful. Let's see if Old Faithful is faithfully doing its thing. And let's see if I can push it into almost. Let's see the bottom. Yeah, Old Faithful, Yellowstone National Park. Thanks, Sue, for bringing up that link. Starting at each screen. Or what? Starting at each screen. Okay. Staring. All right, you're staring. Why are you staring? Anyway, lots of people around there. And, of course, Yellowstone doing its normal thing. Old Faithful erupting on time, I guess. Pretty awesome. We won't dwell on it. We'll let Old Faithful continue. And Old Mummy of Hamsters is here. Welcome. Yeah, Old Faithful, of course, there's over 500 active geysers there in Yellowstone National Park. If you haven't hit that like, the link there yet, and go, let's see, hit the link and bookmark it. That's what you got to do. I was trying to figure that out while I'm reading the 489 miles from Yellowstone from our wonderful Lizoid. Lizoid, I think you need to build a bunker that's within the kill zone, isn't it? 500 miles, just on the edge of it. If with a bunker, I'm sure you'd survive. All right, let's see. Maybe that's what he's building in the backyard. Secretly, a base for his bunker. It's not really a sinkhole. It's a tunnel to escape. If it blows, I'm having a chance. Yeah, well, at least you do have a chance to get out. That is for sure. You got a little bit of time. I don't know how quickly that material would move through, but oh wow, I just found something poking my foot, and I found it. I must have brought in a little weed and stuck to the bottom of my shoe or something, and it got on my sock. Hey, there's two bisons there, and we see them. There's one there and another one over here. So, yep, the bisons are out. Maybe this is one over here, too. Not sure about that one, but these ones definitely are. This guy's moving, as you can see, right there. So, yep, those are, that's our Yellowstone. Yeah, parking lot's pretty darn full, isn't it? Looks like everyone is there. It's a party! Okay, I promise El Loco won't bite you. Oh, you can't. You're gonna muzzle him. Anyway. Alright, let's leave that be. We'll go over to the next volcano. And that should be our... Yep, and that should be our wonderful one there in Japan. And that is Sakurajima. Unfortunately, again, visibility not the greatest, and no ice cream boats again. What is going on? Is it just too foggy to have ice cream boats, or what the heck? I mean, it's not that bad. You can see the island over here. Surely they be able to see that from the other side unless it's thicker over there. Anyway, that is what we got going on in Japan, Sakurajima and Kagoshima area. Let's have a better look at it. And this is the close-up view of the volcano. You can definitely tell it is too chilly for ice cream. I don't know. It's still pretty warm there. From somebody checked the weather for Kagoshima, and I don't know how to spell it. They have it in Japanese here. No ice cream boat. Yep, for right now. We'll check back on it though. Let's back that up a little bit. See what we had earlier. A lot more cloud and a lot more haze. Yep, a very not so nice looking. And there you can see at 5:23 a.m. Kind of just off-gassing, doing its thing. Going back a little bit more here, I'm just checking to see if we had some lava. And they've got too much light in the foreground. Not able to see any lava glows back there at all. Let's go back a little bit further. Yeah, there's just lens flares and no lava. Darn it. Go back and see. Yeah, too much light in the foreground. I'm not able to see anything in the background. And that is going back to 2339. So not really good. I'm not going to worry about that. That is what we're seeing now. So it is a fairly heavy plume coming out of there. So obviously this thing is doing something. With a crispy bacon spoon, definitely an ice cream day here. Oh, there. Okay. Well, did the ice cream... here comes the ice cream boat. It's inbound. By the time you get down there, you should be able to get your ice cream. So go for it. You are more than welcome to grab some. Just remember, head down that road down there and hang a left at the lights. You'll get down to the dock just in time for the ice cream. And the ice cream boat is arriving. There we go. Just made me poorer. Just made me poorer. Awesome, Lizoid. Lizoid. Thank you very kindly for that wonderful $20 super chat. First super chat of the day. And that is awesome. Nice and hot, 29C in Kagoshima. Awesome, Sue. And thank you very much, Lizoid, for that wonderful super chat. I do appreciate that wonderful support. Thanks a bunch, Lizoid, from Sharon Stewart as well. So awesome. Okay, let's continue on with our next volcano. And that is over here. And that is ASO. ASO definitely off-gassing or throwing up some steam. That caldera, of course, is like a big bowl. Every time it rains, gets a bunch more water in it. And, of course, the floor in it is quite warm, so it steams that water off. In addition to just a water or steam coming off, there's also lots and lots of SO2 coming from that area. So pretty awesome, and that looks not bad. If we go back here, I'm trying to see where in the morning here the sunrise occurred, but there you can see that plume a lot better. And yeah, this was earlier. That wasn't so nice, was it? And let's see. Here's a very fiery scene from much earlier, and that was obviously just as the sun was coming up through those thick clouds. So that is sometimes looking at the sunrise type stuff is pretty awesome. There we go. And not bad. Anyway, let's work on going to our next one. We'll put this one back on live. That is ASO, and that is in there. So make that smaller. Go to the next shot. And the clouds. Of course. Why not some clouds? And this is Asama, Volcano Asama. And there we go. Let's see. We'll see it. There it is. Sort of. Hard to tell what it's doing though. And there's a cloud laying over top of it. So I'm not able to really tell you what's coming out of there. Again, more cloud. This is at 5:12 a.m. Wow. Hard to tell. And if we go into the nighttime, I'm not able to tell because we've got some UFOs down on the front here landed and are shining the bright lights this way. And there's a falling star, if you're into that. I do believe, no, that's way too slow. Can't be a falling star. What is that? A falling star shoots like crazy. And why is that going so slow? It's a UFO re-entering the atmosphere. No? I have no idea what that is. It doesn't look like a jet because it just started here and it quit here. Okay, it's still going. All right. Eerie. Yes, scary. Maybe it's a plane. A plane doesn't start here and then just go to that distance. But hey, maybe we didn't. Maybe it wasn't being lit up by anything. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm looking pretty cool. It's either that or it's a very, very slow meteorite. It's too slow for a meteor. Let's go back a little bit further. I don't think we've seen anything of it really earlier either. Hard to tell from this shot. Is that from the volcano or is that from overflowing here? I can't tell. And of course, going back a little bit further, too grainy, too hard to see. Let's put it back on live. That unfortunately is the current condition, so we can't see a heck of a lot there. We'll leave that guy be. Go back over here. Ice cream boat is in place, and it's done its thing. It docked. So, yep, you can definitely get that ice cream now. Let's make sure the other ones are smaller, and let's go put this one back as well. Go back to the canned lava, and we'll let that run. We're going to go through the volcano report really quickly, and we'll leave that go. So let's get at that volcano report. The one our wonderful Sue sent, not Piggy, but Sue. All right, volcano report. So late Monday's volcanic activity, 2 volcanoes. Reventador in Ecuador, volcanic ash emissions observed to 14,000 feet or 4,300 meters, reported at 2030. Fuego in Guatemala, possible volcanic ash emissions to 15,000 feet, 4,600 meters, and that was at 2130. Apparently, these are the fireballs over Iceland. 6 days ago, I read it in the news. There was a fireball over Iceland. A fireball. Oh, okay. Slow entry, perhaps, huh? Anyway, Tuesday's volcanic activity. 11 volcanoes on the list, so let's get through them. Suwanosejima in Japan erupted to over 9,000 feet, 2,700 meters, reported at 15 minutes after midnight. Next is Sangay in Ecuador. Volcanic ash not observed in a satellite, reported at 3:45. Popocatépetl, central Mexico. A possible continuing volcanic ash emissions reported at 4:15 a.m. And then a remnant of volcanic ash cloud to 22,000 feet, 6,700 meters, reported at 1,600. And there is a ruby volcano, Mariana Islands. See the separate report from 4:52. We definitely want to see that one. That is one of those submarine volcanoes. Get the sub ready, you guys. We're going for a trip. Hang on, Reventador in Ecuador. Occasional volcanic ash emissions to 14,000 feet, 4,300 meters at 5 a.m. Volcanic ash emissions likely reported at 16:15. Villarrica in Chile, a separate report from 5:07. We'll have a look at that pretty quick. Sabancaya in Peru, continuous ash emissions reported at 5:15. Intermittent emissions of volcanic ash reported at 11:30. And Fuego in Guatemala, see separate report, 5:15 a.m. And then occasional to frequent volcanic ash emissions to 17,000 feet, 5,200 meters reported at 1,500. Luoltolak, Lesser Sunda Islands, Indonesia, Avona State eruption to 7,000 feet or 2,100 meters reported at 6:30 this morning. Nevado del Ruiz in Colombia, volcanic ash emissions to 20,000 feet, 6,700 meters reported at 1,300. And Santiaguito in Guatemala, volcanic ash emissions to 16,000 feet, 4,900 meters reported at 15:15. Thank you very much for sending those in, Sue. And I got that name right, Sue? Oh boy, I feel so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Let's go find our Ruby volcano and see what we can muster up here. And Ruby, a submarine volcano, exploded, and that was our SO2 we saw yesterday. Now that makes a little more sense, I think. Yeah, sort of. Let's have a look and see what we've got there. Let's go take a look at that. Where is it? Get it on the screen, they said. All right, and there we go. Ruby Volcano, Mariana Islands, a new submarine explosion. Actually, you know what? That's a little further south, though, Sue. The northern. Maybe it's the northern Mariana Islands. It could be. Okay, so the northern Mariana Islands Volcano Observatory reported a new submarine eruption appeared at the volcano on the 15th of September. New explosion resulted from analysis of seismoacoustic recordings and observations of the submarine plume detected in the satellite imagery on the 16th. 2 days before the eruption, discolored water was monitored at dawn. Dawn at 2050. For them on the 14th. The plume does not breach the ocean surface. Okay, so it didn't pop all the way up. That's okay. Then they go on about talking about a bunch of other things here where the monitoring is and so on. But interesting picture nonetheless. It shows you where the eruption happened, right in there, the little blue things. And Sentinel-3 image displayed in discolored water from the submarine eruption of a Ruby volcano. So pretty cool. And that is a submarine volcano. This is nice. I'm not sure what event that is. It's the northeast vent. That's what it is. Nice Strombolian eruption. Ash-rich eruption from the northeast vent. Don't know which one. Anyway, let's leave that there. And we'll go to our next report. And shoes are on sale, apparently. Villarrica volcano, central Chile, a nighttime glow visible from the crater. Love that shot. And that is a beautiful, beautiful view. And that is our Viorica. That's kind of the glow I would like to see in those other camera shots. Steam and gas incandescence from a Viorica volcano yesterday. Image is from Alora, and it's Angarita. Laura Angarita. Pretty awesome shot. I like it. And the next thing, I don't know where that's from. The crust and the margin of the lava lake at night. I wonder where that is. That is pretty cool. Tom Pfeiffer was the photographer on that one. And same with this one, lava flow at night. This is Pacaya. So that is awesome. Nice that they put in there which volcano it was. And not sure where. Lake Atitlan at sunrise. Tom Pfeiffer again. Lenticular clouds on top here too. Pretty cool. And back to Stromboli. Anyway, let's see. The activity of the volcano continues at stable levels. The largest image of the local observatory depict nighttime glowing steam and gas emissions with small amounts of ash. This confirms the small lava pond within the summit crater continues to be active, characterized by a delicate equilibrium between incoming and consumption of magma. Gas ash plume rose about 120 meters above the vent. So that is pretty cool. All right, let's leave that guy be, and we'll do Fuego real quick before we go for our break. And that is a Fuego, and that is a pretty darn nice picture. Powerful eruption at Fuego, a volcano, a couple days ago. And that is pretty awesome. And that's where it's located. So Fuego, of course, doing its thing. That is very, very cool. The explosive eruption from the volcano persists. Weak to moderate Strombolian volcanian sized explosions continue to take place from the summit event at roughly regular intervals of 5 to 6 per hour. Eruption released ash emissions to an elevation ranged between 4,000 meters or 13,100 feet. They got it backwards here, and 14,700 feet at 4,500 meters. Ash plume extended to the west and southwest of the volcano. Ashfall has been reported in communities of and a bunch of names that I can't pronounce. Okay, and we'll leave that. Glowing lapilli to a lava bomb-sized scoria ejected to an approximate height of 50 meters above the summit event and caused weak to moderate avalanches of lava material toward Ceniza and those other places. Okay, so yep, a pretty good size plume coming out of there. Pretty nice eruption. And we'll leave that be. It's time to get back to a break. And that is our volcano reports for today. So thank you, Sue, for providing those as well. Always appreciate them, and some nice pictures in there. And let's continue on after the break. So next thing coming up will be our wonderful earthquakes around the planet, and we'll see what's shaking. On those friendly notes, don't go away. More to come. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, give it a quick bop. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. That'd be awesome too. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'll be back in 5, 6, or 7 minutes. Here comes some music while I'm away, and I'll be back. And there we go. The microphone is back on. Welcome or welcome back if you're still there. I'm your host, DrFox2000, calling everybody all kinds of names, and hopefully I will get them in the right order. Thank you for the welcome backs, and thanks, Brian, from Cananaska's country, and our wonderful Mars 2028, as well as Sasha and Mummy of Hamster Sing. Welcome back, Uncle Doc, and thank you, Sue Hayes, and that's good. What happened to that Sharon Stewart? She's there. She's waiting. She's going, I hear you, Sharon Stewart. Okay, I'm bad with that. What? Well, welcome back. All right, thanks, Going South. No worries. All right, let's continue on here. Going to put the lava on pause. There we go. I gotta like that. A pause. Stop that lava in mid-flow. And let's go over to our earthquakes. I popped out to see, and I could see the fireball at the time on the time lapse. Oh, okay. That'd be pretty cool. Time to get the laundry out of the dryer. Only if you've shrunk it the right amount. There, Mars 2028. Let's go over to our earthquakes and see if that is still there. Yep, earthquake map still intact. All right, starting out, it looks like we got a lot of quakes, but still way down as far as earthquakes are concerned. If we zoom all the way out, yeah, 1,687 earthquakes on the map area, and that is actually kind of scary. The reason for that being scary is normally we are sitting at about 2,250 earthquakes per 7 days, and this is only, well, we're shy by at least 500. There's a Sharon Stewart. One can hope. Well. I hear you, Dr. Fox 2000, even if you do make mistakes. Sharon, we missed you. Yep, that's it. Anyway, let's zoom in here. And we'll do the Kamchatka Peninsula first. I see a lot of other quakes. Not anything new there, but we slide along the Aleutian Islands here. We do see a 4.4, 110 kilometers southwest of Sand Point, Alaska, and that came in at 10:52, 35 kilometers down for that one. Then we have these interesting little ones up here. 127 kilometers southwest of Hope Point, Alaska, 3.3 from 936. 10.7 clicks down, and then one over here. I just thought those were a little odd. Kaktovik, Alaska had 3.2 from 1617, 4.2 clicks down. And let's slide down a little bit more. We're not seeing anything really major happening along the North American coastline on the west side. 3.3 near Petrolia. Somebody would have felt that. 2.9, that they would have felt as well, from 1803, and 15.6 clicks down. The other one was from yesterday at 2050, 900 meters down, so fairly close to the surface. Sliding down a little bit more, we do see this one off the coast of Mexico, a 4.2 from 901, 10 kilometers down, and moving on down further south. Nothing overly big over here. 3.7 Puerto Rico, 1635, 46 clicks down. 3.8 Virgin Islands, 1953, 3.3 or 33 kilometers down, and a 3.6 from yesterday at 2037 there in the Virgin Islands as well. Moving on down south here, we don't see anything new out in the water, but we do have this one in Chile, and that's a 4.1 from yesterday at 2045, 86.8 kilometers down. Next one is a 4.3 and 86 kilometers west of San Antonio de la Corbes, Argentina. Anyway, 12:06 is the time on that, and that's 167.4 kilometers down. Looking out here at the South Sandwich Islands, nothing new there, and nothing along our mid-Pacific ridge here, or the Antarctic ridge. We do see this one though, and that is definitely noticeable. That is a 5.6 there in New Zealand. And that is from 1514, 11.7 kilometers down. Now, I don't know how that would have shaken the area, but that is Christchurch is over here, so that's still a fair ways away. A few rivers and a few fault lines to go before it gets over to that point. Hopefully everyone is okay, and there is minimal damage or no damage. Sliding up a little bit more, we don't see anything on the Kermadec Ridge, and we don't see too much there in Vanuatu. One little one way up north here, 4.9, and that's from 21:28 yesterday, 231.6 kilometers down for that. Nothing in Papua New Guinea area from the looks of things. Sliding over, we do see this one, and that is almost at Luotalak. That is 4.5, Sumbawa region, Indonesia, 5:14 a.m., 136.8 kilometers down. Zooming back out, looking a little bit more over on the other side, Sumatra. This one is fairly close, a lot closer than the other two. 4.9, and that is from 6:16 a.m. UTC, of course. No, our time, of course. Never mind UTC. 59.9 kilometers down. Not too far away. Krakatau is over here, and Jakarta over there, and that might be close to a few of the other volcanoes. Obviously, all these guys are volcanoes over here. So whenever you're looking at them, you know, if you can't see the volcanoes, let me point them out for you. Okay? There's just a few here. And a couple over here too, if you hadn't noticed. And there, and of course here. You know, just a few volcanoes. And there's some more. Older ones, younger ones. And anyway, that's where that quake is, so that's pretty cool. And going out here, this is near Guam, 4.8 from 15:10 and 10 kilometers down for that guy. Nothing over here in Taiwan. Looks like the Japanese islands there have calmed down a bit, but we do see this one. Izu Island region, and that is from 1617, a 5.2, 10 kilometers down, and he had a buddy there, 4.4 from 1601, also 10 kilometers down. That likely wouldn't have affected too much. And here in the Japanese waters, a 4.6, and that is, 98 kilometers east-southeast of Hiro or Hiru at 1:32 a.m. 43.5 kilometers down for that. And this one is Russian territory. Well, sort of. That is 4.5, and that's from 12:22, 10 kilometers down for that one as well. And going on looking for more, we don't see anything in the Indian Ocean area. And moving up a little bit, we do have this one, Afghanistan, 4.6 from 23:28 yesterday, 58 kilometers down. I have to go and now have a great rest of the show. Good night, Mars, and take care. All the best to you. Stay safe. And we don't see anything in Turkey or Greece. We do see another one up here in Poland, another 4.6 Rundna. And that is interesting. At 10:04 a.m., 5 kilometers down for that guy. Are they doing something there that we don't know about? Anyway, that's what we got. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Those are our shakers for today. And we'll take a look and see what else we've got cooking. Well, we'll go do the SO2 map after the break. I know I have to reload that one because things didn't like me doing what I did, or the computer didn't like having to do what it did. But it's okay. We'll fix that up afterwards and see what we can do with the rest of fixing the rest of the software. Yeah, for right now, I think we'll have a sneak peek at the SO2 map just to show you. Looks pretty nasty, especially in the Pacific Ocean here. That is all from our wonderful Kilauea. So that's still coming in. Round 2 and 3, and yep, lots of people coughing around here because of the SO2. I've been hearing a lot of people coughing as of late, and everyone's kind of wondering, so, oh, it's the smoke. No, it's not the smoke, it's the SO2 all of a sudden that made people cough. Anyway, let's throw this back on the lovely canned lava, and we'll see what we can do here to just look at that for a minute. I did like the way everything was happening there, and I wish USGS would get their live stream back on, even if it isn't doing anything. I mean, that was still very nice to be able to see, right? So hopefully it'll work. Anyway, I think what I'll do is I'll take that break now, and when we come back, we'll do the SO2 and just carry on with wrapping up the show. So hang in there, everyone, and we'll come back to do SO2. And actually, let's do something else here for a minute. I'm gonna do the. I want to take a look at the storms. I wanted to spot where the storms are. And we did have a new storm, or a couple of new storms. Well, one really. Let's see, a satellite image. Yep, that'll work. All right, let's pop that on the screen real quick, and we'll have a look at that. So the satellite image that we've got here shows our storms happening. So this Nigel has moved north. Okay, it's definitely moving north. I don't believe it's going to hit here in Nova Scotia. I think this thing is maybe going to hit Newfoundland. I don't know. It looks like the wind currents here are pushing too much for it to get close enough. Nigel is tracking north east towards Europe. Well, if it's heading northeast going this way, yikes. Hopefully they'll be okay there. We do see a bunch of a cloud and stuff over Florida. Hopefully that's not so bad. You still getting some rain there, Sue? It looks like you've got a massive circulation sitting on New Brunswick area, or at least right here in the St. Lawrence Seaway entry point. Probably hit Scotland. Okay. Mars, take care, and let's see, let's move across and just look at what we got here. I was curious about here. Manitoba, no, not so bad. They're getting the winds from the south, and we are getting the stuff from here. So that SO2 that's sitting off of here is having a hard time. Edmonton, of course, very cloudy right now, and we do see that. Let's zoom back out. The other storm, where was it? It was here. Kenneth, doeth us favors. I don't know where Kenneth is going, but that's the one that is eating the SO2 from Popocatépetl. So Kenneth is a good storm. Moving over a little bit, looking over in the Asian area, and don't see too many organized storms. We do have something here, Bay of Bengal. It looks like India is getting something right in here. India and who's the else is in there? Bangladesh and places like that. They are likely getting some rain. Myanmar as well. So that is happening there. 'Tis the rainy season. Hopefully that cleans out some SO2 for them. And let's see. I don't see any other storms really floating around here. And I did read up a little bit more and try to look at what was happening here. And we are still getting kind of more intermittent rain. And they are still pulling basically recovery operations for the people that were lost in the floods there in Libya, and that death toll is growing higher and higher. So yeah, not good. And up here, look at this mess. Yep, in between, yeah, that stuff moved off. Yeah, looks like we're gonna see Ireland and Scotland and all of England, I think, too, was going to get hit by this storm, and then they'll likely get hit by Nigel as it moves up and through as well. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to go take that break. Will it hit Greenland? I don't think so. Greenland's got too much current coming from it. If it comes up, it's going to be forced over a whole bunch, and this way they're going south. It's going to go northeast and not south. Or I mean north. There we go. All right, let's leave it there. It's going to graze the east coast of Greenland, possibly. If depending on where it goes, it might do that. You never know. Anyway, I'm going to put you back here on that canned lava. Like I said, after the break, we will go and have a look at our wonderful SO2 around the world, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to throw the music back on. Don't go away. Keep smiling, and I'll be back, sort of, I think. I'm having a bad day. All right, I gotta have a better day. All right, keep smiling. I'll be back. the microphone is on, and I am back. Oh, I mean back. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate that there, CND boy, and going south, and Sue and Kananaskis country. Finally got my darn a leap year to behave. Leap year? Oh, that's next year. A leap year. All right. Let's leave that alone, and let's carry on with our SO2 stuff. And we'll leave our canned lava. I'm going to park that. Stop the canned lava, they said. All right, SO2 time. And there we go. There is our fresh SO2 map. I did refresh it just to make sure we are up to date. And iOS 17 is out, whatever that is. Lots of SO2 up in the northern hemisphere, and of course some of that is from, we got all kinds of volcanoes here. We've got Sheldon, we've got Kilauea, we've got Popocatépetl, and we've got the stuff up here on the Kamchatka Peninsula. It has not been an easy year for us with SO2 around here. Anyway, looking at what we've got, looks like Shivalish be up there, Bezimiani, and Klayushevskoy, definitely in that region. What's the other one down here? Matnovsky and Karimsky and Ibiko. How about that? That'll work for now. Okay, back. I hear you, DrFox2000. All right. No worries there. Thanks for coming back. Our wonderful Sharon Stewart. Looks like we get a circulation there in the Bering Sea. And we'll look at the Hawaii stuff in a second. Looking up in Alaska, not bad. Unexpected, a box. A box, a wall, be back later. Oh, box something. That darn heart thing is sitting over top. I can't read that last word. After a box of a wall. Unexpected, a box. I have no idea. Anyway, northern Canada, fairly large amounts. A box on a wall. Be back later. All right. Coffee. I maybe need that. Anyway, looks like most of Canada not doing so well. We have most of British Columbia, definitely Alberta, Saskatchewan, and pretty much all of Manitoba, Ontario, not looking very good. Most of Quebec is also pretty nasty, going all the way into Labrador. We do see the eastern portions, though. They have a bunch of rain coming down, I'm assuming, and that is helping clean the air, and that is doing a fantastic job. Meanwhile, out here in Hawaii, well, we know the SO2 levels are no longer being produced there by our wonderful Kilauea, but we are still seeing these plumes that need to be washed out of the air. And that is likely going to come at the expense of everyone, everyone here in North America. A matter of fact, it is, because it's getting down into all the states as well. We see that flow going up and back down and getting the eastern sides, and that is getting the southern areas. As you can see it flow through, and then getting out to the east as well. Not very good for SO2 around the North American area. And the same thing goes for Central America. We do see the plume from Popocatépetl in Mexico City. At least it's not that bad there now, but still lots coming out here into the Pacific. Same goes with our guys from Central America and Colombia, as well as Ecuador. Going further south, Semencaya in this area still dumping a bunch of stuff into Bolivia, and that's getting all the way into Paraguay. we see the Chilean ones drifting across a fair chunk of Argentina. Pretty normal for Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo area. And zooming out a little bit, I'm again a little bit of a confusion here with these things down here at the Antarctic. We see these plumes all over the place, and I have to wonder what the heck is causing that. So interesting to see though, and it does kind of arc over top of the South Sandwich Islands, but I don't think that's where it came from. And out here, more coming up out of the depths of the ocean. White Isle volcano doing its thing, and not so much from the refinery near Melbourne. The coking plants still doing their thing, and we have a bunch of Queensland has a bunch of wildfires. That's what's causing some of this extra smoke up top here and up in this area. From what I was talking to Oz last night, and there's a lot of smoke in her area as well. Although she's far away from the fires, right? The fires here, she's down in here. So quite a distance away, but still bad smoke. Hard to see where Tofua is hiding, but it's there amongst the mess. Yvonne Kunkel, welcome, and good to see you. Looking at what we've got in Vanuatu, looks like Gawa and Eoba doing their thing a little less from our wonderful Yasur, and then going over, looking at Papua New Guinea, and they're still working. They're all doing their thing. Nuotulak doing its thing. And yep, a little extra from Semeru today. Not so much from Marapi, or Merapi, I should say. Not Marapi, but Merapi. And good to have that going. And then, of course, we look over here, Jakarta and Krakatau, both kind of working together to dump a bunch more of that SO2 into the region. They've got lots of SO2 here. That just incredible amounts. Not sure if Dempo is doing anything there, but that's okay. And then they get a little break, and then over here we've got Marapi and Karimsi doing their things there, and then Sinabung up in the northern area. Not sure, this is all just regular pollution. Ibu and Dakono dumping out this stuff on Halmahera Island. And there is our wonderful Mayon there on Luzon Island in the Philippines. And of course, he has a friend over here called Taal. Taal does off-gas as well as the rest of the population there doing their thing. Lots of SO2. And Taiwan, a fair amount of SO2 industrial stuff. Still seeing some stuff coming from the islands here, pretty normal. And not sure where, that might be from Honolulu drifting over. This other area that we were seeing yesterday was all bunched up in this area here. And that's why I was a little confused, because Northern Mariana Islands would be somewhere around here. Well, maybe it drifted up there. I don't know. Looking here, though, we do see higher levels from Suwanoshi-jima, as well as, and that's a pretty heavy duty there, as well as Sakura-jima. Wow. And Aso is getting most of its blown to the northeast. And Ruby has erupted again. Yeah, we're again. Just recently, we know it erupted once, but has it erupted again? Just in the last few hours? Oh, okay. So we'll likely. Tomorrow's SO2 will likely be up high again in that area. That'll be interesting. Moving up though, we see here, not so bad from Osama. Actually, it looks like heavier today from Tokyo. So Tokyo wins. Osama is not bad. No, 2 days ago. Yeah, we seen that 2 days ago. That's what has created that real heavy SO2 plume that we seen in here yesterday. And that was kind of what we were talking about there. We were trying to figure out where it's coming from, but we did find that answer. Anyway, going further north there, it's all okay. We got the stuff for the Kamchatka Peninsula already. Looks like China has got some parts not so bad today, which is really good. And looking at the Bay of Bengal, it's not really, I thought there'd be more rain involved here washing out that SO2, but it doesn't appear to be. Myanmar and that side is definitely getting some rain, but the other side not yet. Maybe it'll curl around a little bit for them. Sri Lanka still doing its thing. Then we get down here and kind of spread out from South Africa's gold smelting. And then, of course, we have Nyamuragira as well as Nyiragongo there in Democratic Republic of the Congo. Goma 1 and 2 if you like. And over here, hard to tell what's happening, and not sure if this is a residual coming down from the north, or are we seeing Erta Ale pick up a little bit. Anything is possible, but that pollution has also fooled us many times, but that is where we would be looking. And then, of course, we see the other heavy plumes here. That is all from the oil refineries in Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait, Iraq, and Iran. And, of course, also up here in Beirut, they do have, as well as Cairo. But Cairo usually isn't so bad. Beirut isn't that bad either, but these other ones can be really nasty. Looking at what we've got going on in the Grecian area here, the western side of Greece are pretty clean. The Turkey side, and still down here by Rhodes and Kos, very heavy levels of SO2. And that is not good. Again, hoping Piggy is okay with that. And let's see, what do we got here? Mount Etna, and we do see that plume coming off of Etna, and that is looking like it's getting partially recirculated. Hopefully things will be okay there. You can definitely tell those Stromboli is off-gassing as well. And let's see if we go pop over a little bit more, look at these other areas. Morocco is one I was interested in, trying to figure out. Well, we're not seeing that much coming from Morocco, so likely not very many fires or anything going there for the earthquake stuff still being looked after. And let's see, not so much in the other places here. Actually, Ireland, Scotland, well, even England, not that bad. France, not that bad. Germany, up in the northwestern areas, not so good. But Yvonne doesn't care because she's not home, I think. Eastern part though, and south look fairly clean. A chunk of Poland is okay, but the rest not so good. And going up here into Norway and Sweden and Finland, they all look okay. And Iceland, actually, we ordered a good clean air for you there, Yvonne. I hope you are enjoying your stay there. And for those who want to know, Yvonne is right there. We can see her. She's right in here. Oh, hang on. Where is it? Sorry, a wrong building. See where the number 1 is? And that's where she is. That's where she parked her car. Number 1's car, and number 1 a tenant. That's the hotel. and that's where she is. See, she's been found on all the maps. It doesn't matter. we can find her. Anyway, that's the Blue Lagoon, just so you know. And Thornbjorn up here where that other camera is mounted. I figured I'd zoom in and kind of freak out. Different map. Looks pretty cool. And shows you some of the wonderful buildings there. And let's see, where's our gas station? That's got to be right here. That's our N1 gas station with the best hot dogs in town. All right, let's actually almost in that whole area. There's only one better place, and that is the little shack downtown that started it all. So all good. Anyway, let's zoom back out. That is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have anything else to add to the show. And hopefully everyone enjoyed it. And Yvonne, thanks for popping in. I've been messing up all day. Sheepdogs. Sheepdogs? Oh, boy, do you have sheepdogs? Going south. I don't understand. Do you have sheep? Thanks, Doc, for a great stream today. Okay, Doc, thanks. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks. Thanks for being here, Sue. Thanks for helping out. Appreciate that. And I want to say also a big thank you to everyone who was here, as well as our wonderful gift givers. And I'll run through things here. So thank you, Irish Monk, for gifting 5. And Grandma B for gifting 1, and Irish Monk again for gifting another 5, and Sharon Stewart for gifting another 5, and Lizoid for throwing in a $20 super chat. Thank you guys very kindly for that wonderful support. It certainly does help out, and we'll hopefully do things. Keep things going, you know, that's the whole idea behind this. Let's put you back on some lava here and get that rolling. Move, lava, move. There. All right. So that's all good. Thank you to our moderators, Arizona Snowman and Piggy and Sue and Yvonne Kunkel and the CND boy and Siggy and Gary 24/7 Live at Skies, Lucas Snow, Joseph Fields, Texas, and Mona Lisa Smiles. Thank you, moderators. You guys are all awesome. Also, a big thank you to each and every one of you that's in here, all part of our wonderful Lava family. And Yvonne, before we go, when's our next eruption in Iceland? I knew I had to ask that. She's taking off. Good night, Yvonne. Sleep well. Get some good rest. And I think you had rain today. I think she already took off. Thanks, everyone. And it's time for me to wrap it up and get the when it starts. Oh, way to go. Typical answer from a volcanologist. Thanks, Yvonne. Good night. Anyway, take care, everyone. Be good, be kind, and take care of yourselves this evening, this morning, or this afternoon, depending on where you are around the planet. And on those friendly notes, only one thing left to add. Please, please, tell your loved one that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care, good night, and oink oink!